Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starters. Number 21, Tayshaun Prince. Number 5, Courtney Lee. Number 11, Mike Conley. Number 50, Zach Randolph. Number 33, Mark Gasol. Your head coach is David Yeager.
Well, we have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Brooklyn Nets come in for this one. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. Here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Deron Williams and Joe Johnson at the 1 and 2. Down low, Kevin Garnett and Brook Lopez. And it's Kirilenko in at the small forward position. Now here's Johnson. Back to Williams. Clock at 6. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Williams has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You know, the Nets were not a high-octane offensive team. They didn't average 100 points a game, but they were one of the more efficient teams in the league at the offensive end of the floor.
Conley against Williams. Randolph inside. Lopez grabs the board.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim, that's exactly what he can give you.
Johnson against Conley. Lee outside. Kicks it to Randolph. Excellent D there from Garnett. Memphis on defense. It's a 3-point game. Williams with the ball. He's picked up by Lee. Garnett kicks to Williams. Got a piece of it. The 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And with the Nets and scoring, it's not how much you score, but how efficient you are in the NBA. And they were in the top 5 in points per shot.
Now here's Williams. Shot off the screen, and he gets it to go. Williams has got 5 points so far.
Well, he's been working hard to get good looks, and it's paying off for him early.
Johnson against Lee. Passes to Conley. Back to Lee. That's good. Lee's got his first 2 points. Points per shot, I like that stat. It's a true indication of what a team Clark is able to do on offense a lot of the time.
Well, with the aging players they had, you knew the Nets weren't going to be an up-and-down team, a transition team. So they found ways to make the most of their offensive possessions last year.
His first personal foul. First team foul.
The Grizzlies shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Well, last year collectively, I mean, this team shot 74% from the free throw line. Pretty low number.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just one or two guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled. Zach Randolph is a terrific rebounder and scorer. In his prime, you could just mark up 20 points and 12 rebounds a night, every night. He's a little bit on the downside now, but still a player you've got a game plan for.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. And Randolph, now 33 years old, had that knee injury a couple seasons back.
Yeah, his rebounding remains excellent, but we've seen his scoring wane just a bit, both in volume and the percentages. Not quite the go-to scorer he was a few years back, but still very effective player.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Grizzlies have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Outside Conley. Gasol, a screen on Williams. Conley dishes to Randolph. And it's Lee penetrating. Outside Conley. Latre. And he gets the bucket. Conley's got his first 3 points of the game.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
Now here's Williams. He has 5. And he gets it to go.
Nice start as he's knocked down 3 of his first 4 and has hit the ground at high speed.
Outside Conley. Pass to Randolph. From the low block, can't hit. Excellent D there from Garnett.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
Outside Williams. Lopez against Randolph. Puts up the baby hook. Garnett the pass to Williams. Lays it up and banks it in. Williams has got 9 points.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Conley kicks to Randolph. The baseline J. Randolph missing again.
And it seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
Williams dishes to Lopez. Nets passing it around. Karolinko into the lane. In low to Garnett. Missed inside. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, Dave Yeager gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He talked about how much respect he has for Kevin Garnett, saying he's just the ultimate competitor. He's unselfish, plays for his teammates, and we've got to really have our motor revving and play with a lot of intensity. We cannot let him outwork us. Kevin looked for a real physical game.
All right, Doris. Here's Johnson. Following the basket by Marc Gasol. Lopez passes to Williams. Lopez sets a screen for Williams. Back to Lopez. It's Karolinko on the wing. Outside Williams. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Lee with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. Right wing. Prince kicks to Randolph. Lee outside. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. No good.
Well, as far as jump shots go, that's as high percentage as it gets.
I'm not sure how that didn't go down.
And Williams, here we go. 11 feet away. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
Yep, it's been a clinic at that end of the floor, no question.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Outside Conley. Feeds to Gasol. Shot clock at 6. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Conley's got 5. Nets leading by 4. And here is Johnson. The pass to Williams. Double team on Williams. Johnson dishes to Kirilenko. 6 on the shot clock. Lee against Johnson. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Brooklyn making some changes. Plumlee comes in for Brook Lopez. And Mirza Teletovic subbed in for Kevin Garnett. The Grizzlies have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Pass to Randolph. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Now just a 2-point Nets lead.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
Williams kicks to Kirilenko. Back to Williams. 6 to shoot. Johnson attacking. Well, Joe Johnson, a 14-year veteran. Most of our fans remember him back in Phoenix, probably the 4th best player on that team. Steve, just go back to that time. I mean, just scary.
Well, if the Suns could have kept him, you think about what might have been. That was a team that came very close for 4 or 5 years to being a championship team, but never got to the finals. So Johnson moved on to Atlanta, where he became an all-star. And you always wonder what might have been in Phoenix.
And Joe Johnson in his 2nd season in Atlanta averaging 25 a game, but that was 8 years ago. Last season, around 16 a game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Kufis checked in for Gasol. Carter comes in for Zach Randolph. And Allen subbed in for Courtney Lee. And Johnson drops them both.
And age starting to show for Johnson. A below-average player efficiency rating the last 2 seasons. But he's still owed $48 million over this season and next.
Now here's Allen. Carter kicks to Allen. Outside Conley. Down low. Prince, the pass to Conley. Shoots from the baseline. And another basket for Memphis. And so it's Brooklyn with it. Outside Jack. Fires from 14. Johnson gets the bucket. Johnson's got 7.
Easy little jump shot for him right there, guys.
Conley into the lane. And he converts the layup.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily strategic, Clark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. Got to play hard, guys.
Now here is Jack. Back to Johnson. Plumlee sets the pick for Johnson. Outside Jack. Clock at 6. For 3. Here's Plumlee. The layup off target.
Really good performance so far on the boards for this club.
Boy, I like the way they've done a great job carving out space under the basket when the shots have gone up.
Everybody on the floor is hot. Incredible stuff here in the early stages.
Tell you what, both teams playing downhill. Who's going to blink first?
And that one's good.
He put that lead pass in perfect position for his teammate.
Memphis trailing here. Outside Conley. He kicks it to Kufis. Outside Conley. It's Allen on the wing. He tries for 3, and that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 3 assists now in this one. Jack against Conley. On the wing, Johnson. From outside the arc. Again, the miss by Johnson.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
Yeah, not enough defensive coverage there to prevent him from firing that time, but I think if he's open, he's got to let that thing fly.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Well, Costa Kufis was a player the Grizzlies had coveted for a couple of seasons. They ended up trading Jarrell Arthur for him. And I like what they got. A starting caliber center, good value on his contract, excellent defender. Really good trade for Memphis.
And Memphis making a change here. Calathis is checked in, and a switch here for Brooklyn. Anderson's checked in. Now here is Jack. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And the shot is long. And Kufis, a great rebounder, has a nice hook shot to score inside.
Yeah, he's not really a floor spacer. He's not a guy that's going to step out and knock down deep perimeter shots, even though he does have European heritage as a player and a man. But he did have a great field goal percentage in Denver, and we'll see if he can get back to that kind of shooting in Memphis.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Grizzlies.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end.
And the second free throw, good.
You know, the Grizzlies are the kind of team that perhaps fans around the league can overlook or undervalue or even forget about at times, but they're always going to be there because they're tough, they're physical, and they're talented.
Now here is Carter. From 13, no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Jack dishes to Teletovic. Back to Jack. The feed now to Plumlee. Here's Teletovic. Shoots the three, and he gets the bucket. Teletovic has got himself on the board with three there. Well, guys, as you were talking about, Memphis not a big budget franchise or one with a history that runs so deep that often fans overlook them.
That may be true, but it's given the Grizzlies a very underdog attitude that I think the franchise and the team and the fans have embraced.
Here is Carter following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. The dish now to Jack. Anderson outside. Back to Jack. 23 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Passes it to Bogdanovic. Good, and Jack gets the assist. And it's a 4-point Nets lead. Here's Calathis, defended by Jack. They set the screen. To halt the run.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
Second team foul.
Memphis shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
2 shots.
That's good from Carter. Vince Carter hits them both. Here's Jack. Can't get it to go. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Nets lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And from Brooklyn, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Boy, a ton of threes in that first quarter. This team really lighting it up, guys.
Yeah, it's been an onslaught from downtown.
Here's Calathis. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Brooklyn now, Williams and Jack, their backcourt. Andre Kirilenko is out there with Brook Lopez. And it's Anderson in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Anderson after the Marcus Holmes. Kirilenko kicks to Anderson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Stolen by Allen. Fast break Memphis. And Gasol now top of the key. He dishes it to Calathis. He feeds it to Randolph. Calathis passes to Allen. Good. Great play by Calathis to set it up. Allen's got the game tied up here for Memphis. Brooklyn's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, the 2014 draft received the highest ever television ratings, eclipsing even LeBron James's draft back in 2003. Fan interest continues to grow, and the league is now considering moving the draft after July 1st and packaging it with a season-ending award show. Guys, it could make for some pretty exciting theater.
Doris, that'll be something. Thanks.
Well, there might not be time for guys like Durant to give a 15-minute acceptance speech, but I think it would be fun.
This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is over here.
Well, I
shaking
just,
his head.
you know what,
he's
Kevin?
disgusting.
Come on, Kevin. I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force.
Well, Zach Randolph enjoying the best years of his career and most sustained success in Memphis. You know, a tricky choice for him this past offseason, deciding whether to opt out of the final year of his contract. In the end, he wanted the security of a longer-term deal.
Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Carter. And so he makes both from the line. And Zach Randolph opting into the final year of his contract. It would have been strange to see him in another uniform.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, the city's really embraced him. He said it's a blue-collar town, and he's a blue-collar player. He's helped to define their style of play, and he really hopes to retire as a Grizzly, and I'd like to see that happen as well.
Be nice.
Yeah.
Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for the Nets. And here are the Grizzlies now. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Calathis kicks to Randolph. Right side, Randolph. Dishes to Lee. The jump hook. That's good from Gasol on the assist by Lee. Gasol's got his second basket of the game. Garnett with the screen for Williams. Kicks to Garnett. Back to Williams. Pass to Anderson. Lock at 6. The 3. Williams can't hit.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Calathis dishes to Lee. Lets it go from 11. That's good. Now it's a 4-point Grizzly lead.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Lopez a screen. Williams kicks to Lopez. Back to Williams. And here's Anderson for 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Randolph's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Calathis kicks to Lee. Feeds it to Gasol. That one rolling around and rims out. Nets trail by 4. The pass to Williams. Closing it on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. A 3 from Anderson. Anderson can't get that one to fall. The Grizzlies have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Here's Calathis. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. High shot from 10 feet out. And the Grizzlies lead by 6. The Nets have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Williams passes to Lopez. Lopez left side. Back to Williams. Looking to end the drought, and he hits the jumper for 2. Williams has got 16.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Timeout called the Grizzlies.
Well, you remember when Darren Williams first got to the Nets, it was kind of a bare cupboard on that roster. And now a totally different story. He doesn't have to carry this team because he has so much more help.
Mike Conley's checked in for the Grizzlies. And the Nets also making a change. Johnson, he's checked in for Allen Anderson. Here's Conley. 11 points in the game.
And you know, Darren Williams' usage rate has fallen off quite dramatically over the last 3 seasons. There's not nearly as much asked of him offensively, and I think that sits well with Darren Williams at this point in his career.
Conley gets the bucket.
Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Williams against Conley. Williams kicks to Johnson. Poke loose. Williams for 3. That's good. Williams has got 19 points. And Darren Williams struggling with ankle issues over the last handful of seasons, Steve. Cortisone shots, platelet shots, he had it all.
Yeah, the Nets hoping if they can reduce that load on him that finally the ankle troubles will be a thing of the past. But we'll see. He's getting to that age where it may be a chronic thing.
And here is Lee after the three-pointer from Darren Williams. Launches it. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
This is great. 3-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
Gasol against Garnett. Williams dishes to Garnett. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Memphis leading by 4. Outside Conley. Gasol, a screen on Williams. Johnson against Gasol. Back to Conley. Shot clock at 6. Unloads from 9. Brooklyn with the rebound.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they've chased down that pumpkin often.
Now here's Johnson. He has 7. Here's Lopez, and again it's Brooklyn converting.
You know, he's got a lot of inches on the defender in that matchup, and he can just shoot right over the top of him without worrying about being bothered.
Outside Conley, pass to Lee. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Kufis checked in for Memphis. Adams comes in for Allen. Plumlee, he's checked in for the Nets. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Kevin Garnett. Here's Conley. 13 points in the game. Just 5 to shoot. Shot on the wing. Connects. The jumper drops. 12 points for Zach Randolph.
You know, he started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He could be in for one of those games.
Over to the left wing. Williams passes to Teletovic. He kicks it to Johnson. Kufis with the block. Drive by Adams. And the foul on Andre Kirilenko.
Boy, that's his second foul, and he does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Prince is checked in. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for the Nets. Here's Lee. He has 5. Now the feed to Kufis. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Kufis has got the lead up to 6 now for the Grizzlies.
Memphis knows what they are about, and that's attacking inside. They're an old-school team. They don't really stretch the floor with a ton of three-point shooting. They really try to beat you up inside.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. After the basket by Brooklyn. Outside Conley. Poked away. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
You know, he can be a little awkward with the ball sometimes when it's in his hands, but not that time.
Why do you think it is we don't see more of those out of him, Steve?
I don't know. I mean, he's certainly got the size. He just lacks the confidence, I think, sometimes near the basket.
Here's Bogdanovich following the score by Memphis. Shot clock at 6. Double team on Williams. And Plumlee kicks to Williams. And he gets it to go. Williams has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Williams showed us a little flavor on that one.
To the middle. Passes it to Bogdanovich from the arc. The Grizzlies pull it in. Kufis has got his 3rd rebound tonight.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had early.
And it's good. Nets trail by 6. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, guys, Kevin Garnett is at the tail end of what has been a Hall of Fame career. Doc Rivers won a title with him in Boston and simply can't say enough. As Coach Doc says, I get very emotional. He's the best teammate, the most unselfish superstar I've ever been around. Every coach should be able to coach KG just once to see what a true team player should be. Kevin, what a compliment.
A guy you love to play with and hate to play against, Doris. Thanks. No good from Lee.
Well, I think they've lost their aggressiveness a little bit. They're not getting fouled and going to the line.
Well, you know, that's an excellent point you make there, Steve, but we got to be careful not to nitpick here. I mean, they do still have the lead, and that's an advantage they'd be wise to continue to press forward on.
Conley dishes to Kufis. Outside Conley. Free throw line jump shot. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Carter, he's checked in for Lee. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Jack's checked in. A minute 50 left in the first half. Johnson outside. To the paint. Kufis with the block. They get it back. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Bogdanovich. Off the left rim and out.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
Conley into the lane. Carter outside. The dish to Prince. Here's Adams. Knocks down the 3 ball. And it's a 7-point Grizzly lead.
A little confusion defensively.
Yeah, you know what? He sent the D a little message with that 3.
Bogdanovich passes to Jack. Right side Jack drilled from 11 feet out.
Tell you what, despite that hot start from long range, they've really gotten away from the 3-point shot now.
And I know that's sacrilegious to you, Steve. I mean, being a shooter and all in your pass, you figure you should be firing away from out there at all times. But the mid-range game and in-between game served me quite well. But that hasn't been the best meal ticket for them here in the second half. You got to go with what you do best.
Here's Jack following the score by Tayshaun Prince. Outside Jack. Pass to Bogdanovich. Johnson outside. All alone. Can't get it to go. Now Memphis takes it the other way.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
And Teletovic kicks to Jack. To the left side wing. Here's Bogdanovich. The rebound by Prince.
I thought he'd make that one. I mean, that's his range, and the defense nowhere to be seen.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Memphis out in front, up 7. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kevin, we have Brooke Lopez with us. What's the attitude you have as a team right now?
Oh, it's so exciting. You know, it's really thrilling to come out with such a great group of guys every night, you know, and play basketball. You know, it's a lot of fun.
Brooke, thank you very much. Kevin, over to you.
Okay, Doris, much appreciated. And now for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. And now the third quarter about to get going. It's been one outstanding game from Darren Williams.
I know we've said this many times before, but I'll say it again. He had a great first half, just an explosive offensive display there.
At the end of the day, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had. He can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
The Grizzlies leading by 7. Prince is the 3 and Randolph the 4. Conley and Lee, they're the backcourt. And it's Gasol in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Dave Yeager. Now here's Lee. Tipped away. 6 to shoot. And it's sent back by Garnett. Now Williams. Garnett with the screen for Williams. He dishes it to Garnett. Back to Williams. Garnett with a screen on Conley. Garnett the pass to Williams. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, Darren Williams has dealt with ankle issues that have held him back a notch from the level we saw in Utah. But when he's right, I think he's still one of the best point guards in the game.
And Williams so tough to handle because Clarkie can pass and shoot and drive.
Yeah, and he has that killer crossover too, Kevin. He can put a lot of pressure on you defensively.
And both free throws good for Williams. Even though the Nets staged a great comeback last season, you have to wonder if they'll view what they did as a disappointment.
Well, they did bring in some big-name stars, but still ended up, I think, right in the middle of the playoff pack in the East, and perhaps fell a little short of what they hoped to accomplish last season.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second-chance points for him.
Lopez sets a screen for Williams. Off the screen. That's good. Williams has got 27.
Kevin Garnett sacrificing his body on the defender there.
And for most teams, that would be good enough, being in the middle of the pack. What the Nets did last year, but they've been trying to climb into that elite tier in the East, and it didn't happen.
That drops. Conley's got the lead up to 7 now for Memphis.
And his stroke has been dead on. Inside, outside, wherever. The shot's just falling for him.
Williams with the ball. He's picked up by Lee. Johnson's shot is off.
You know, moving up in the conference standings, Brooklyn's window to me might be closing as it relates to making that jump, because they've had to trade away future assets to close the talent gap with the top teams, and that's put them in a tough spot going forward.
And it's Williams throwing it down.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
And so here's Memphis following the bucket by the Nets. Conley dishes to Gasol. Conley with it. He's got 17. The inside is guarded by Johnson. No good from Lee.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Lopez, a screen on Lee. Out left to the wing. Back to Williams. Lopez, a screen. Johnson for 3. Again, Johnson missing.
Early on, he tried to shoot his way out of this funk, but later in the game now, he might want to just give it up and look for his teammates to do the scoring.
Now here's Prince. Randolph inside. Lopez is there. Good D by Lopez. Outside Williams. Garnett with the screen for Williams. Garnett outside. Back to Williams. Double team on Williams. Here's Kirilenko, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to be on Zach Randolph. Andre Kirilenko dealing with injury issues last season with Brooklyn. Back spasms cost him almost 2 full months to start the year. And then, Steve, even in his return, he admitted he wasn't 100%.
Yeah, the calf was a problem most of the season. So big reduction in his minutes and scoring, but still a valued contributor for the Nets.
And for Kirilenko, I mean, he said he stopped paying attention to his stats last season. His focus was on doing the best he could to elevate the Nets in the win column. And they made a push late in the season.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
And Kirilenko, a great value signing for the Nets. Owed $10 million in his contract with the Wolves. He opted out and signed a deal with the Nets for the mid-level, which is about a third that much. And it did raise some eyebrows. And they got exactly what they wanted against that defense.
Johnson outside. Garnett against Randolph. Garnett kicks to Johnson. Williams passes to Garnett, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
Well, he should stay with those basics in a tight ball game, because we've got one here tonight.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Kevin Garnett now in his 20th season in the NBA. That is just hard to imagine. Plenty of wear and tear, obviously, and he's not been a guy who's ever taken plays off. He still plays the game with a very rare intensity.
Allen's checked in for the Grizzlies. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, guys, over that last break, I listened to Dave Yeager address his team. He thinks there are opportunities for second-chance points out there and implored them to go hard to the offensive glass for the remainder of this game. He talked also about getting the ball to their big men in the low post. That's where the ball should be going, he said. Let's get it in tight. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris.
And for KG, the mileage has taken its toll, but he's so dedicated. He undergoes an elaborate routine of stretching, treatment, and strength work to keep his body ready to go.
Now here's Williams after the Marcus Holmes, and the basket by Kirilenko.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
That's what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. More of the same. Get it inside.
Now here's Randolph. 14 points for him. No good. Excellent D there from Garnett. And the big ticket Kevin Garnett last season entered the top 10 Clark all-time in rebounding and the top 20 in scoring.
Yeah, and you know, going forward, he's clearly a Hall of Fame player. Going forward, though, the Nets looking to limit his playing time and keep him fresh for the playoffs.
Conley with it. Williams picks him up. Outside Conley. 11 feet away, and there's Marc Gasol on the assist by Conley. And that's 12 points for Marc Gasol. Lopez a screen. Williams dishes to Lopez. Lopez a screen on Conley. Lopez against Randolph. Lopez kicks to Johnson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Joe Johnson is also sometimes called ISO Joe because of his ability to produce buckets going one-on-one. There's nobody better in that situation in terms of creating the shot with ease and never shying away from the big moment.
And you talk about Johnson's ability to get his shot off. 6'7", huge frame for a two-guard. And with his ball handling ability, he can really create space for himself.
And Johnson's so smooth, Clark, but you know, Joe, his size and strength, sometimes it seems like he could do more to press the issue and draw foul.
Well, you know, I'm not going to be overly critical. This guy is terrific as a one-on-one isolation player. He used to average over 5 free throws a game, but that number has declined. But that may be more a function of him maturing in his career and picking his spots to be aggressive and not wanting to draw contact.
Here's Randolph. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 3rd rebound on the night.
But his shot's been off today, no question. He's not the guy they're going to want to look to if they want to keep this lead where it is.
The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Williams has got 31 points.
Kevin, the hook shot is such a weapon. I'm surprised so few players use it.
Allen a screen on Williams, and the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
Boy, in a close game especially, those plays really hurt. Well, an illegal screen is one of the toughest calls for the official to make.
You know, I agree with you. You've got to have some sympathy for the referees when they have to make calls like that, but they get paid well, and they're the best in the business, so they can handle it.
Now here's Williams. He's got 31. Kicks it out to Johnson for the lead, and it's Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Calathes. Looking for his first basket still in this one. He feeds it to Gasol. The 9-foot shot, and that one's good. Here's Williams. A 2-point game. Lopez sets a screen for Williams, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Koufos comes in for Marc Gasol. And it's Carter in for Lee. Then for the Nets, Plumlee is checked in for Lopez. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Andre Kirilenko. And Jarrett Jack is subbed in for Joe Johnson. Now here's Allen. He has 5. Here's Randolph. He drains the turnaround jump shot. Randolph's got 4 this quarter.
Such a difficult shot to defend, that turnaround.
Williams kicks to Jack, and out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Williams. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Here's Calathes. Dishes it to Allen. Randolph inside. Working on Teletovic. The shot is off. Brooklyn's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the 3rd. Still 0 for 3. Rejected by Randolph. Here's Calathes. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And again, Memphis no good.
And his mechanics are just all out of whack now. He just has no feel for his shot.
Well, his numbers certainly back that fact up. I mean, he has gone ice cold here.
Memphis has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3 ball here. Allen outside. Here's Randolph. Randolph can't get that one to fall. Nets trail by 4. Now here is Jack. Shot off the pick. Kufis with the block. And they're able to recover. Here's Calathis. Outside Randolph. Kicks it to Allen. They get a hand on it, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Here's Allen. He's got 5. They grab their own miss. Calathis gets the bucket. Here's Jack. 6-point game. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
The pass to Bogdanovich. Good, and Jack gets the assist. Jack's got 3 assists in the game.
You know, defensively, you cannot forget about him. He gave him a wide open look there.
Calathis passes to Carter. Calathis dishes to Randolph. Memphis moving it around. Shot clock at 6. And it's Carter penetrating, and that is good. Nets trail by 5.
Memphis really revitalized their season late in the year, but they dropped a lot of games against the East early on.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Teletovic. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Now here's Allen. Feeds it to Calathis. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
Adams, he's checked in for Memphis.
Jordan Adams.
There's 1:26 left in the 3rd. Plumlee, the pass to Jack. Here's Bogdanovich. Back to Jack. Clock at 6. From 13, and the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Bogdanovich. Randolph, a screen on Jack. Calathis dishes to Randolph. 52 seconds left in the 3rd. And Zach Randolph gets the whistle that time. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Prince is checked in. And Plumlee kicks to Jack. Left side, Jack. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Calathis kicks to Carter. 30 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. Here's Kufis. Makes it off the glass. Kufis has got 8.
I'd like to know what his percentage is from that range. I mean, it's got to be sky high.
Outside Jack. Plumlee sets the pick for Jack. Anderson passes to Teletovic. 6 on the shot clock. And here is Jack. That one off the back iron and out. We're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. Grizzlies lead by 2. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Brooklyn trailing, setting the floor for the Nets. Deron Williams and Joe Johnson at the 1 and 2. Kirilenko and Garnett are the veteran front court. And it's Plumlee in at the 5. Now here is Kirilenko. Williams inside. It's stolen by Carter. Conley up top. He's guarded by Williams. And it's Conley penetrating. Prince dishes to Conley. Gasol kicks to Prince.
Well, Tayshaun Prince, a terrific player in his time with that championship Detroit Pistons team of years past, but his decline over the last 5 years has been noticeable. Ever since he hit 30, it's been downhill.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Grizzlies?
They really excelled with their backs to the basket throughout the game, guys, dominating the post.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
He's off on the first. Lee's checked in for Adams. And the Nets making a change here as well. Lopez, he's checked in for Plumlee. Good on the second free throw. Now Williams. On the wing, Johnson. Lopez, a screen on Lee. Johnson, the pass to Lopez. Back to Johnson. 5 to shoot. Up and in on the layup. And for Prince, now 34 years of age, with this season and next left on his contract.
Yeah, still a smart veteran who doesn't make many mistakes, but it's certainly clear that his best days are behind him.
And he gets it to go.
Great job there, recognizing the mismatch and taking advantage.
They got to put a bigger guy on him, otherwise he'll bury those jumpers all game.
Now here's Williams. Johnson in the corner. Wide open look. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. And that's 15 points for Johnson.
And now both of these clubs really in a groove here.
Already a high-scoring game, but it has become an offensive showcase down the stretch.
Carter kicks to Lee. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Kirilenko with the rebound. The Nets shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Johnson dishes to Williams. Johnson kicks to Kirilenko. To take the lead. Almost, but it rolls out. Memphis leading. Conley with it. Prince outside. Carter sets the pick for Prince. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Well, the pick worked really well there. Nice job taking it right to the 10 for the layup.
Williams kicks to Lopez. That's good.
What a tremendous feed from Williams. Great awareness.
Zach Randolph's checked in for Memphis. The Nets were poised, Steve, to make a run at things last year, but when you lose someone like Brook Lopez in the middle who meant so much and a lot of the offense was going through him like they did, you know, that gets very, very difficult.
Yeah, especially the way Brook was playing. But the Nets adapted to life without Brook. They played smaller, and they really developed an effective offense and found success later in the year without Brook Lopez.
So they take the lead. And that's now 17 points for Johnson. I think Clark and Steve, we can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Well, 8 lead changes would have you thinking that would be the case.
Yeah, both teams really competing, neither side giving any ground. This should be a fun finish. I agree with you, Kev.
Now here's Conley. Misses off the left iron.
And, you know, for a moment there, the Nets looked shell-shocked when they lost Brook Lopez to injury, but actually did a nice job, an admirable job, regrouping, and that's not always easy to do, folks.
Now here's Williams, following the miss by Michael Conley. Stolen by Randolph. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Prince with it. He's picked up by Lopez. Back to Prince. Pass to Lee. He kicks it to Conley. Hands it from downtown. Conley's got 20 points.
Well, when Lopez went down last year, I thought the Nets did a really good job of stepping in for him, covering up the holes, and kind of recreating their offense. And of course, it's easier to do when you've got the number of perimeter star players that Brooklyn has.
And here is Lopez. Michael Conley getting his 3 to go. Johnson missing again.
Well, he did have a three-pointer in the first half, but so far here in the second, he's come up empty.
And a wide open look for Lee. Finds himself wide open and drills it. And the Grizzlies lead by 4.
Intelligent passing there to make that hoop possible.
Williams kicks to Garnett. Johnson outside. Over in the corner, Williams. Back to Johnson. Releases. Another miss by Johnson.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Conley, the pass to Prince. Outside Conley. Back to Prince. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Lopez outside. Williams kicks to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Kirilenko dishes to Lopez. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Michael Conley picks one up.
Brook Lopez, an elite scoring big man. Tremendous size and shooting touch. He might be the best low post scorer in the NBA.
And for Brook Lopez, always gifted offensively. That's a given. Where he's improved, I think, is in his defense and rebound. It takes a lot of effort to move that big body around, but he's made that commitment to really get after it, and it shows.
And Lopez, over 7 foot tall, 275 pounds, guys, not especially athletic. And that can leave him, Steve, sometimes vulnerable defending away from the rim.
Yeah, that's why a lot of teams try to put him in pick and roll on the perimeter, just to test his agility and try to get by him and to get into the paint.
And he can't hit the second. You know, Brook Lopez is a devastating scorer from the right block, and at his size, it's really tough to bother that shot. And really, it comes down to whether he makes it or not, and most of the time, he makes it.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And for Brook Lopez, the next evolution of his game is improving as a passer from the low block.
Yeah, you know, you have to punish teams for double teaming, and that's how you go from star to superstar, making your teammates better. Lopez has continued to evolve. Hopefully he can stay healthy this year. That's the main thing.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
During that break, Coach Dave Yeager had some words for his team. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
Now here's Lee. And there's the feed to Conley. Just 5 on the clock. Gasol, a screen on Williams, and it's Conley penetrating over Williams. Conley's shot is off.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
Here's Johnson. Kirilenko kicks to Johnson. Trying to get open is Lopez. Blocked. Lee passes to Randolph. Now the dish to Conley. Lee sets a screen for Conley. Here's Prince. The Grizzlies with another miss. Nets trail by 4. Now here's Lopez. Passes it to Williams. Back to Kirilenko. He dishes it to Johnson. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. And it's Conley penetrating. Randolph dishes to Lee. Outside Conley. Garnett against Randolph. Brooklyn with the rebound. Kirilenko's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Garnett. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And at this stage of the game, that offensive rebound and putback is enormous. I mean, that feels like a 4-point swing.
And it's Conley penetrating. Here's Prince. Courtney Lee is on the wing. Goes up with the stripe. Rebound, Brooklyn.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get too many better looks from that range.
Williams with the ball. Conley picks him up. And here is Williams. Lopez, a screen on Prince. Nobody near Williams to tie it up. No luck, and it's Memphis the other way.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim. That's exactly what he can give you.
Now here is Conley. Back to Lee. Outside Conley. Outside Gasol.
What determination. There was a lot of competition for that rebound, and he came away with it.
Kirilenko kicks to Lopez. In low to Garnett. It's good. This game is all even. Garnett's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
Well, and at this stage of such a tight game, I think this is when tired legs start to show. And the defense can become vulnerable in the low block.
Timeout called the Nets.
The Nets definitely came on strong as the season wore on last year, but they still were not a very strong road team.
Now Lopez over to the wing. Garnett the pass to Kirilenko. On the wing, Johnson covered by Lee. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Garnett, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
That's really the area where they'd like all of their shots to come from.
Gasol, a screen on Williams. Conley kicks to Randolph. Right side Randolph, and it's good off the glass. Randolph's got 4 points now in the quarter. Well, guys, the Nets were terrible on the road, really. 16-25 was their road record, and it's a big reason they only finished 6th in the East.
You know, there really isn't one thing you can point to statistically, Kevin, as to why they struggled on the road. This is just life in the NBA. It's easier to win home games just because of the comfort level and having the crowd behind you.
Boy, bad timing. Now is not the time to be giving him that shot.
Prince dishes to Randolph. The 17-footer. And it's Kirilenko with the rebound. Kirilenko's got 7 rebounds in the game. Williams attacking. Back to Johnson to take the lead. Another miss by Johnson.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, you can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
Randolph against Kirilenko. Prince, the pass to Conley. Hits it from 3-point range. Conley's got 23.
Man, they are spreading the floor and letting it fly, really knocking it down from outside.
And I love that gunslinger's mentality, Steve. Playing to win as opposed to playing it safe. I call it prevent offense when you try to protect the lead. Let it fly, let it fly, let it fly.
Johnson kicks to Williams. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. And that's now 33 points for Deron Williams.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're ahead by 1. There's 1:17 left to play here in the 4th.
Let's make some noise for the boys!
There's 1:17 left to play in the final quarter. Randolph against Garnett. Randolph gets to Conley. Back to Randolph. Got it. Good job in the low post. Randolph's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, he's found his game and his rhythm this quarter. He's gotten into a nice groove.
Kirilenko dishes to Lopez. Garnett the pass to Kirilenko. And it's Johnson penetrating. It falls! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Boy, what a fantastic effort they're getting from Johnson right now.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Ooh, a pressure basket right there.
Now that's coming through in the clutch.
Williams kicks to Lopez. Gasol with the block. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Conley with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Garnett against Randolph. Lee outside. 6 to shoot. Yes!
And they're getting that lead way up there now. I mean, it should be a stroll to the final whistle from here.
Yeah, this late in the game, it'd be almost impossible for them to blow a lead like this.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're behind by 5. 6 seconds left in the fourth. Six seconds left in the fourth quarter. Johnson from outside. It's good from beyond the arc. So a close game sees Memphis take this one. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that, Clark.
They sure don't. And when it was gut check time, this team kept their composure, kept their emotions in check, and got it done.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Mark, it certainly seemed like you guys came out early on with a mindset to seize control of this game. Was that your plan?
Yes, and we started out that way, and that was lived away a little bit. So, we're learning, we're getting better, and it's a process.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Michael Conley.